The name's Salvage, saving salvage, and I've just bought myself an Aston Martin DB9. Here she comes. And the window's open. Fantastic start. So I've bought myself a very rare Aston Martin DB9 V12 manual, and the manual is the part that makes it very rare. There's only 3 for sale on Auto Trader. One's at 30 grand and the other 2 are nearly on £50,000, but they do have a lot lower mileage. The mileage of mine is 71,000, and as you just saw, it has got some crash damage on the near side, but it is unrecorded. So in this video, guys, I'm going to tell you exactly how much I paid for that car from a salvage auction. Far too much, but I paid. We're going to check out the condition of the car from the auction. We're going to see if the car actually runs or not, because I don't know. We're going to try and fix some of the damage, and also we're going to take it down to Aston Martin for a full sales inspection to see how much it's going to cost to get that back on the road fully 100% working. It's not looking good, I'll be honest. So is this massive gamble going to pay off or not? Let me know in the comments, and let's crack on with the video. So this is a 2006 Aston Martin DB9, and you can see we have some damage here, which is the main reason I bought it from a salvage auction. I'm hoping this is the only damage. It was the only damage that was described, but straight away, what the hell is going on in here? This is absolutely disgusting. Now I'm going to put some pictures up now of the pictures that were described to me when I bid on the car, because it looks nothing like this. It is, let's just open the door. I mean, it stinks for one, and it is absolutely disgusting. I don't even want to get in there. So first impressions, the damage looks the same, but everything else looks absolutely disgusting. Right, bugger this. I'm guarding protected. It is absolutely disgusting in there. Oh. Oh, no battery, what a shock. Even with gloves I don't want to touch this steering wheel. Right, I need to find a way of getting this off. Yeah, she's stuck. It's in neutral. Right. I'm misting up. A little bit of a disheartening start to Aston Martin ownership. The car is just absolutely hanging, not in the condition that I bid on it in, and I'm just not getting in there. It just absolutely stinks of mold. I'm not setting foot in there again. I have booked an emergency valet for tomorrow, and they're going to come do the exterior and completely detoxicate the interior and clean that so we can then start working on it, because it is just, I mean, disgusting. Because yet another moan at Copart, because the Cupra Leon that I bought had the same issue. I bid on it, it looked clean on the interior, but it was just completely mouldy, and I had to spend money to rectify that. And for the second car in a row, it's happened again, and it's just misrepresentation. I mean, because there's no doubt in my mind that if I'd have seen the car in this condition, I would definitely have bid less for the car. There's no doubt about that, because it is absolutely disgusting, and I wouldn't have been as enthusiastic to buy it. But I know Copart say, well, they take pictures when it arrives with them. That's absolute crap. I don't care about the pictures when it arrived. I want to see the pictures of, they should take pictures the day before or the day of the auction, because then you know a true representation of what you're exactly bidding on, not something that's completely different like this. So yet another moan. Let me know in the comments, guys, what do you think? They should definitely start taking pictures the day before or the day of the auction, so then you get a true picture of what you're actually bidding on. And live on Compete for Cars right now, there's this Mark IV Volkswagen Golf R32. You can win this car for just £1.99, plus you get £2,000 cash towards running costs. So click the link in the description, go grab your tickets, and the live raffle will be drawn this Sunday at 9:30 p.m. Good luck. So for today, I'm just going to roll it forward now, get it out of the way so it's not blocking the yard up. I'm going to get a full valet done, and we're going to rejoin this video with it nice and clean, and we're going to try and get this bonnet open, and it should start as well, but knowing what's happened so far, knowing my luck, probably won't even run. So fast forward actually a couple of weeks, and the interior has now been nicely cleaned. The exterior has been cleaned as well, but we're going to get onto that in a moment, because our first protocol is going to be to try and get the car started. I have absolutely no power whatsoever. I've even tried jump starting the car. Absolutely nothing happens. So I've just Googled, and I found out the battery is it should be under this metal plate under the driver's rear seat. We need to replace the battery, so I'm just going to whip off those, try and get a battery on it, and fingers crossed this actually starts. Oh no, I can't get in there. Ah, you little bugger. Now a couple of screws. Right, so old battery out, and it had a colossal 0.4 of a volt. So yeah, well and truly knackered. New battery, just checked exactly the same output, so that's ready to go in. I'm gonna have to be quick because it's about to rain, and my windows are stuck down, especially the passenger side, which obviously doesn't shut because the door's been caved in. So I'm just gonna connect the battery up now, and fingers crossed she fires straight up. Right, fingers crossed this works. Only thing left to do is put the negative terminal on. Oh, ho, ho. Well, I think it sounds good. We have power. We have ignition. Yeah, I can put my window up. But does it start? Clutch down. Come on. Battery off. Check battery off switch. Oh, it doesn't work. Check battery off switch. Where's that? Right, a quick Google told me to press that little yellow button on top of the battery, which I have, and then it made some more noises. And I'm pretty sure I heard a fuel pump prime, so fingers crossed that has solved that issue. So look. See if it... Yeah, nothing. Ah, oh no, it's just... Oh no, it's not coming up. Right. Ah, right. How much... Oh, I've got fuel. Starts, but then turns off immediately. Oh no. Brilliant. No. That's not working, is it? Ah. Ho ho ho. Oh, thank goodness for that. I don't know what I did, but I changed the key. So maybe I was using a dead key, I don't know. But she's alive, thank goodness for that. Oh, that was oh, she sounds good. Does it drive? This has got the funky handbrake in it where you've got to like... Is it in... Does it drive? I'm in gear. Right, okay, so you have to put the handbrake on, you have to kind of pull it up and it falls back down again, so the handbrake should be on. Yeah, and then to get it off, you have to like pull it back up, click it in and down, and then it... yeah, moves again. Okay, we have a clutch, we have a gearbox, we have first, we have a fair few gears. So where's the reverse? Yeah. Oh, she's good. Right, I'm happy with that. Right, she is alive and driving. It is starting to rain, so I'm a bit wary about this window letting in even more damp. First impressions, obviously you can see it now, it's nice and clean. It does look really nice and clean. There is no other real damage apart from that. Now I do actually have a new door that I've bought, so we are going to fit that in a moment. But first, obviously, initial impressions, it is running, which is obviously a good thing. I have bought a cloud, obviously that's a private plate. The car is no longer on that, but yeah, it is looking in otherwise good condition. A couple of downsides I have already found. Oh, it's just wet and horrible. Radio doesn't work, none of the displays work here, although there is muffle, but oh, I don't know. You can turn it off and on, but you just get muffle and you can't do anything. And although there's no warning lights on the dash, if you rev it, as soon as you stop revving it, it cuts out. So that's a problem. Let's worry about the start or the revving issue later. Let's get it in the workshop now, where it's nice and dry, and we can have a look at this door. There is said door. Put her in at a bit of an angle just so I've got good access to it. That should be good there. So I bought a new passenger door because it was going to be cheaper than having the other one fixed, and removing this door was like any other, 2 screws, top and bottom, but this time the check strap is actually a gas strut, and to remove that gas strut I had to remove the near side front wheel and get in the wheel arch liner to remove the clip, and then I was able to pull it out. Well, I'm still not there yet though, because kind of, although I should now be able to get the door off, I've still got to get the wiring out, which I can't get out until the door's a bit looser. So oh, it's still stuck. Right. There goes my alarm and all. Right. Bloody hell. Now, obviously the DB9 is no longer on that private plate. That's now been taken off and it's back on its original 06 plate. But when I phoned up Aston Martin Hatfield to book this in for an inspection, they recognised the registration straight away, and they've actually been looking after this car for 10 years now. It actually missed the service in November, and it turns out them calling the customer to book it in, he then told them the car had been crashed. So unfortunately, they already know that the car has been involved in an accident. When I was booking it in, they were like, oh, yeah, because this was crashed, wasn't it? I was like, yeah, well, that ruins my plan, because I was going to get it repaired, take it there for them to inspect it without them knowing it's been crashed, but that's now gone out the window. So there's no point me getting the near side rear repaired in time. I'll just take it with the door on. So if you are the previous owner of this car though, and you do have maybe the, oh no, I've actually got 2 keys. If you've got any service history of the car pre-2015, let me know, get in contact, that would be great, please. Because I said, I don't have anything pre-2015. Obviously, Hatfield Aston Martin have everything 2015 onwards. But yeah, if you are watching this video or you do know the person who owned this car, please do get in contact. That would be great. So let's crack on with the door, and then we'll get it loaded up and taken over to Hatfield. Now, because I haven't removed an Aston Martin door card or window regulator before, it was just a lot of me standing around scratching my head working out how to do it, but I did eventually manage to get it out. Right, after genuinely about 2.5 hours, I've managed to now strip the door down. I've got the glass out here, which looks to be okay and not damaged, but I'm not 100% sure on the regulator. It doesn't look bent, like both of these don't look bent, or so they're naturally curved because the glass is. But what I have just done is I've just removed the wiring loom from the door, plugged it all in, plumbed everything in, and I'm just going to work it, and we should see, this is where the glass sits, we should see these move up and down here. So I just want to make sure they do move up and down freely. No, they do seem... Oh, even automatic works. Right, no, they do seem to be working okay. Oh, hello. I'm just going to put them in line to where they should actually be, which is... there. Right, they seemed all right. So I'm just going to loosely refit the passenger door. It does need to come off again to be painted, but at least we can operate the window and seal the car from any more water ingress. Right, so the door is now on, and also we can see the obvious colour mismatch. No, it's actually gone on really nice, apart from this little bit here is a bit too high, but that can actually be adjusted. I've just made a mess. I mean, I know it's going to be painted anyway, but it was a bit of a nightmare to try and get on because I just couldn't see the bottom rung. But door's all on, and it also shows that our quarter panel is not out of shape. It's just a bit of a divot here, so it should actually be a fairly simple repair. So no, everything else is really good, lines up. All good there. Just started out running up to temperature. The sound system is actually really good. Now, I've just said it is upgraded. We could tell all the door speakers, everything was upgraded. Does sound really good, but I have noticed that both door speakers don't actually work. So I thought it was just my one. I'd done something wrong, but this one doesn't work either. So we need to look into that as well. And also we've got that bit of a squeak going on at the front. So obviously it's booked in at Aston Martin in a few days time. So I'm going to obviously let them know all my findings that I found so far. They're going to do their check as well, and we're going to get a health report at the end of it. Now, I don't know if I mentioned, but there was actually warranty on this car. I don't know if it transfers to the new owner, and I don't know if it's expired yet. I'm going to find out more when I get down to Hatfield, Aston Martin early next week. But for now, I'm going to just park it outside. I'm going to put the dehumidifier in it. I'm going to leave it for as long as I can, try and suck up as much moisture in there as possible. And then before, next week we go down to Hatfield. So right, so I'm back in the workshop. I actually dropped the car off to Hatfield a few days ago, and over the weekend they've done that vehicle health check, and they have just come back to me with a full cost breakdown of all the findings, and it's not looking good, I'll be honest. So the cost of the work to rectify is £7,425. Now, I'm going to talk you through exactly what they found, because that £7,425 doesn't actually include a lot of the things that need doing. So if we just scroll down the list, we can see the main problem. Well, actually, I don't think it even is a main problem, but we have an oil leak coming from the timing chain cover, £3,300 to rectify that. And then we've got things like a couple of tyres at £200 each. Brakes are all good. And the rear parking brake's good, brake fluid good, and then we've got things like near side front dip beam intermittently inoperative, haven't priced that up. Headlamp discoloured, that's fine. Puddle lamp inop, haven't plugged it in. New wipers, 114 quid. Wiper arms, £800. Switch pack not fitted, that's fine. Switch pack sticks though, haven't priced that up. Sat nav veneer distorted, £640. Sat nav not operating suspect gear kit, £273. No price for the radio knob. Headlining dropped. Yeah, we know about that. Now, this is the main thing. For me, this is the main thing I'm concerned about. Pronounced knocking from engine when hot. Now, they haven't put a price on that. I am actually waiting to find out exactly if it's a common problem. Is it an easy fix? Is it something of nothing? Or is it basically going to write the car off? So I'm actually waiting to hear back about that. And then we've got stuff like boot gas struts weak, fuel filler cap broken, and near side rear damper leaking. And then what's that last one? Water ingress around boot. Yeah, that's probably because the window was left open. So if I'm honest, it's not looking good. That £7,400 doesn't, for me, it only includes half the things that actually need doing. So yeah, I can now tell you how much I paid for the car, because now I've paid far too much for it. Now, knowing what I know now, far too much, but I paid £16,900 for the car. Yeah, it's looking quite a lot now. So we know the price of the car, £17,000. We know the projected costs from Aston Martin to rectify most of the issues, £7,400. I paid £400 for that door. It's going to need £1,000 worth of obviously painting that door and repairing the near side rear quarter as well. So what we're at £25,500 cost projected at the moment. Now, in my opinion, that's more than the car's actually worth. It's probably only worth about 24 max. So as you can see, we're in a bit of a pickle with this one straight off the bat. Now, but this is going to be the end of this video, because I need to know what that knocking noise is before we can really, I can do any more. So until I know the outcome of that, is it going to write the car off, or is it going to be a simple fix? Until I know the answer to that, I can't do any more. But in the meantime, guys, let me know in the comments, what do you think the best approach going forward is? Do we take it to Aston Martin, get them to do all the work, service the car, and be well out of pocket, but have a really nice car at the end of it? Do I get it back and I try and do a lot of the work, maybe save a couple of grand on labour? Or do we just bin it off and try and sell it as a project car and recuperate some of the money back? There are options. I think either way, this one ain't looking good. Have I learnt my lesson? Do I not buy a 20-year-old Aston Martin? Possibly. Let me know in the comments, guys. As always, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.